This is Iron Man, the Armored Avenger, Legend Series 6-inch Crimson Dynamo figure, right there. The figure is part of the second wave of the 2011 Iron Man Armored Avenger Legend Series 6-inch figures. And alright, before we begin, here is another quick look at the packaging. It's the Avengers Assemble packaging with the bubble and card, and at the back is a nice artwork of the Crimson Dynamo, the rest of the assortment, and a little something about who the Crimson Dynamo is. Surprisingly, it doesn't say who this Crimson Dynamo is. But anyway, well, let's get right to that. I'm sure a lot of you Crimson Dynamo fans are going to be pleased that Hasbro has released two versions of the Crimson Dynamo, one in 3 3/4 and the other one in a 6-inch version. If you remember, the comic series of the movie figures released this version of the Crimson Dynamo, and I'm sure a lot of fans were really gushing when Hasbro announced they'd be releasing a 6-inch figure of the Crimson Dynamo, and they were kind of hoping it was this one. I was kind of hoping it was this one, but they released this version. For some of you who read up on the Iron Man comic books, this is I think this is the 5th version of the Crimson Dynamo. This is Dmitry Bukharin. This is his armor. He's the 5th Crimson Dynamo. Although ironically, more interestingly, the bio on this figure actually says it is Anton Vanko, but you know, as most of you know, it shouldn't be Anton, because Anton had this really weird armor. Anyway, he was the first Crimson Dynamo. He was followed by several other Crimson Dynamos. Second one, I think, was Alex Hevsky, and as I mentioned, the 5th one was Dmitry Bukharin, and this one is actually the 6th Crimson Dynamo. His name is oh god, what's his name? Hold on. It's Valentin Shalatov. Was it Shalatov? Shatalov. Valentin Shatalov. Yeah, he is the 6th version of the Crimson Dynamo. And it would have been interesting if they made the 8th version of the Crimson Dynamo, which was the Gavrilov armor. Gennady Gavrilov. He had this like Hulkbuster type of Crimson Dynamo armor. But this one's not bad. The Shatalov armor is it's okay. So, and I was kind of hoping they'd mention him in the bio, but they didn't. So, you know, it's okay. It's still a good, decent figure. So let's keep him here, if we can. Let's get rid of it. Sorry. So onto this figure. After that lengthy introduction, it's a great figure. This is probably my 3rd favorite figure in the entire lot of the second wave of figures. It looks like a Masters of the Universe figure, actually, but it is great. The paint apps are very well executed, as I mentioned in my review of the Stealth Strike Mark IV armor. The very little paint quality issues on this figure. Let me just straighten him up for you. So articulation-wise, since he's not a reprint, I'm going to discuss it. He's got a double hinge neck. This one, well, I think it's supposed to be a ball joint. Yeah, it is a ball joint on a hinge, a very loose hinge, so he can, he can wrap, or Anyway, whatever. He's got this ab crunch for the upper torso, and then a waist swivel. He's got ball hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double hinge elbows, and a ball hinge wrist. He's got a ball hinge hip, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and ball hinge ankle. So very articulate figure, and I'm very, very pleased with this one. So the Valentin Shatalov figure really has been well executed. I'm really liking it. Accessories, he comes with the resurrected Movie 1 6-inch figure blasters. I don't want to ruin the paint apps. I don't want to risk ruining the paint apps. I don't even want to try if the paint apps are going to rub off, but he doesn't really need this. But he's been given one and a translucent orange booger blaster, a booger missile. So, very cool indeed. And as I said, if you're going to shop for this figure, there's very little quality issues of paint apps that you'll find. But one thing you should watch out for is really his central reactor. I've seen figures that have very thin silver grayish metallic or silverish paint applied on it, and that you could almost see some bits of the pink or red seeping through. That's one. The other thing you have to worry about is really the face paint. And if I can just zoom in there or focus, you got to watch out for the visor and the silver paint on his forehead or eyebrows, and that's what you have to look for. Oh, also the black paint on here. Mine is a little bit of overlapping, but do watch out for that. So just the head sculpt in this one, and more or less everything is spot on. So I mean, the Hasbro manufacturing team for Marvel can actually do a splendid job if they wanted to. It's just a matter of enforcing stringent quality control measures. And if Hasbro is able to do that with some of their figures, I don't see any reason why they can't do it for all their figures. Anyway, if you have the Wave 1 Titanium Man, here they are together, and they look great together. Probably going to display them on the shelf together. If you've gotten Titanium Man, you've got to get the Crimson Dynamo. He's a little bit shorter than him, but still a great figure. So, with that, I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope I've somehow shed some light and some insights, some very good insights. I hope I've shared some information, insights about these figures, the entire wave altogether. If you're looking to track down the Wave 2 figures, make sure you check the paint apps. Make sure you scrutinize each and every figure that you look at, because there are some quality issues still present in these figures, and it's a shame, because these figures are just wonderfully sculpted. The design is just great, spot on paint apps where they should be in most of them, but still prevalent. Very few minor quality issues on the paint apps, but it's a minor thing. The second wave is just great, and it's really a shame. The paint apps quality issues are really a shame, but they're still worthy purchases. And if you ask me, don't buy these on eBay or anything. Wait for it on retail. If they haven't reached your area, retail is the best place to buy these figures. Do not pay more than retail. If you can get them at a discount, go ahead. Get the War Machine first. Maybe either the Crimson Dynamo or the Stealth Armor. I'd go for the Stealth Armor second, then the Crimson Dynamo, and then the Black and Gold Evolution Armor last. So there you have it. The Iron Man Armored Avenger Legend Series Crimson Dynamo, together with his wave mates, the second wave of the 2011 Legend Series 6-inch figures for the Iron Man Armored Avenger series. And yeah, thanks for watching.